Great Reset. COVID-19 was declared the global pandemic by the World Health Organization in 2020. It has dramatically disrupted the economic sectors. Most countries recorded their gross domestic products plunged to the lowest level in decades. Meanwhile, their unemployment figures rose sharply. The government services, especially public healthcare, were stretched out to their limit in fighting the pandemic. The COVID-19 testing, treating hospitalized patients, and vaccination is becoming major healthcare activities. Other services, such as education and various regulatory delivery and enforcements, are also impacted. The governments are forced to create the stimulus to ensure people are protected. Billions of dollars of economic stimulus are pumped into the economy to avoid market failure. The World Economic Forum 2021 has urged countries should capitalize on resetting their business models during the recovery period. Professor Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of WEF, stated, "The pandemic represents a rare but narrow window opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world." Every country, including Malaysia, should reset and revive for a better and sustainable economy. The priorities for restoring and transformation are towards the new economic systems that combined productivity, people, and planet targets. They are categorized into 4 areas of action. First, reviving and transforming the enabling environment. Public institutions should embed strong governance principles, long-term vision, and delivery of public services digitally. ICT infrastructure needs to be upgraded to enable the services, and closing the digital divide are key focus areas. Second, reviving and transforming human capital, workforce reskilling and upskilling, update education curricula and expand investment in skills for future jobs. Labour laws and social protection need to be redesigned towards the new economy. Third, reviving transforming market. Incentives should prioritise the direct financial resources towards long-term investments, strengthen stability and expand inclusion. Facilitation of the market of tomorrow, especially in public-private collaboration, should be emphasised. In addition, an agile regulatory framework to enable fourth industrial revolution must be established. Fourth, reviving and transforming the innovation ecosystem. Incentives in research, innovation and invention that can create the market of tomorrow are essential. In addition, firms should be promoted to embrace diversity, equality and inclusion to enhance creativity. Malaysia should not miss this reset and reviving opportunity to design the foundations for a productive country for future generations. This message is brought to you by Malaysia Productivity Corporation.
Amalan Baik Peraturan atau singkatannya GRP merupakan satu agenda utama negara ke arah peraturan berkualiti di dalam kawal selia sektor awam. GRP diperakui di peringkat antarabangsa dan telah menjadi amalan di negara-negara maju. Malaysia juga telah mengukuhkan pelaksanaan amalan baik peraturan melalui dasar yang digubal bertujuan untuk mendorong peningkatan produktiviti, ekonomi serta daya saing negara. Dasar Negara Amalan Baik Peraturan NPGRP adalah panduan kepada pengawal selia dalam pelaksanaan GRP yang lebih meluas dan berkesan. Melalui GRP, matlamat dan objektif sesuatu dasar dapat dilaksanakan dengan lebih berkesan dan menguntungkan semua pihak. Peraturan yang digubal seharusnya mudah difahami, membantu perkembangan perniagaan, malah konsisten untuk dituruti di segenap peringkat. Peraturan bukanlah penghalang kepada kemajuan negara. Sebaliknya, peraturan berkualiti membawa kepada kestabilan ekonomi, peningkatan produktiviti dan daya saing negara. Semenjak GRP mula diperkenalkan, impaknya semakin dirasai. Melalui peraturan berkualiti, kos pematuhan peraturan dapat dikurangkan, urusan perniagaan menjadi semakin mudah serta penggunaan teknologi semakin berkembang. Elemen accountability dan keterusan yang merupakan prinsip utama dalam amalan baik peraturan dapat menghalang ketirisan pendapatan negara serta menjadikan penyampaian perkhidmatan awam lebih efisien dan dipercayai. GRP adalah sebuah proses penambahbaikan berterusan ke arah peraturan berkualiti. NPGRP telah menekankan semakan semula peraturan dibuat setiap 5 tahun sekali bagi memastikan ianya kekal relevan selari dengan perkembangan teknologi dan model perniagaan baru. Justru bagi mempertingkatkan produktiviti negara, kempen Jom Semak diperkenalkan bagi menggalakkan semakan atas setiap peraturan sedia ada di samping menanam kesedaran untuk menambah baik dengan memperkenalkan peraturan yang lebih baik di segenap peringkat.
Usaha ini merupakan komitmen kerajaan untuk menambah baik ekosistem peraturan negara yang meliputi penghasilan dan penguasaan peraturan yang berkualiti, lebih komprehensif, tangkas serta responsif dalam memenuhi keperluan masa kini.
Ayuh kita sokong kempen Jom Semak demi mempertingkat produktiviti negara.
Saya menyeru semua jabatan di negeri Pahang sentiasa membuat semakan peraturan-peraturan sedia ada dari masa ke semasa.
Ayuh negeri Kedah jadikan negeri Kedah yang terawal. Jom semak peraturan kita.
Kita yang paling awal bah. Bersama kita cemerlang. Sabah maju jaya.
Sarawak pun si mau ketinggalan. Kami orang juga akan semak peraturan.
Negeri Melaka terus maju dan bahagia. Jangan berlengah. Lekas semak peraturan kita. Bagi jadi, kasih jadi.
Ayuh, sama-sama kita menyemarakkan amalan baik peraturan demi melonjakkan produktiviti negara.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Hi everyone, my name is Shukri Adafi Hamdan. So I'll be your moderator for today's sessions. So I'll be speaking in dual language to accommodate the presentations today. All right, so today we'll be having a very fruitful session. I would say a very interesting topic by our speaker today, Encik Azhar Wagiran, Senior Consultant of Budiman Dynamics Sdn Bhd. So today we will be talking about Industry 4.0, okay, big data versus smart data for factory operations. So today's presentation will last for about 2 hours, all right? So during these presentations, you may ask questions through the chat room. Okay, in case you have any questions, and I will try my best to link or to convey the questions to the speaker. All right, so today's session is a session coordinated and organized by Malaysia Property Corporations under Organization Excellence Development Division of MPC. All right, so before we start the session, before we go into the topic, I would like to invite Puan Safniwati Jasri, Deputy Director of Organizational Excellence Development Division of Malaysia Property Corporations for her opening remarks. All right, so I'll pass to you, Ms. Safniwati. All right.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Shukri, for the introduction. We have Encik Ahmad Azhar Wagiran from Budiman Dynamics Sdn Bhd. Thank you, Encik Azhar, for accepting to be our guest today and will share that experience to all the audience. Assalamualaikum and salam. First of all, thank you to all for support and joining this webinar organized by Malaysia Productivity Corporation. For your information, the theme for our webinar is The Road Ahead with Industry Forward. We will have another series of webinar next week on the topic of digitalization in industry food processing. That will be on 9th December. Today's objective are to understand the concept related to Industry Revolution 4.0 big data, application towards achieving companies' policy, vision, and mission. Appreciate the reason and benefit of implementing Industry Revolution 4.0 big data application through data extraction, integration, and data mining. Comprehend the elements needed to ensure effectiveness of the Industry Revolution Big Data Application Program on big data computing and data management for smart manufacturing maintenance. Ladies and gentlemen, digital adoption has taken a quantum leap at both the organizational and industry level. During the pandemic, consumers have moved dramatically towards online channel, and companies and industry have responded in turn. Adoption of digital solution may not be a challenge for the bigger companies, but could be a lagging among SMEs. Digitalizing manual processes and document helps increase accuracy, reduce error, and save time, thus increase productivity. For businesses, especially SMEs, this can translate into lower cost and increase in revenue. The 12 Malaysia Plan will focus on propelling a number of potential growth drives, leveraging advanced technology and digitalization in line with the National Fourth Industry Revolution policy and the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint. In this regard, the development of strategic and high-impact industry will be accelerated, while the capabilities of entrepreneurs and enterprises, particularly SMEs, will be enhanced. Training and development programs related to automation, digitalization, and industry revolution technology will be strengthened to upskill and reskill talent in supporting technology adoption and automation. Therefore, it is hoped that all participants today will be able to take advantage of the facilities provided by the government, especially what is contained in Rancangan Malaysia ke-12. Together, we to improve efficiency through the implementation of Industry Revolution and contribute to high technology-based economy. With that, I end my opening remarks. Stay safe and stay productive. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Puan Safniwati Jasri, for the short and sweet opening remark. All right. So next, I will introduce a little bit about our speaker today, Encik Ahmad Azhar bin Wagiran. Okay. Encik Azhar bin Wagiran has a Bachelor of Science, Aeronautical Engineering from Wichita State University, Kansas State, and he is also the certified Advanced Kaizen Management System Specialist in IR 4.0 from MPC JICA in 2018. He is also certified QMS ISO 9001-2015, ISO 14000 2015, ISO 45001 and ISO 27001-2018 as trainer and consultant by CIRIM. Right. Other than that, he's also a consultant for Maju Perak Holding Berhad, Perak MB Incorporation, and Perak State of Excellence and Berhad Quality Management System for ISO 9001 certification program. And in terms of international experience, he's involved in the plant improvement program in Ningbo, China, assisting Vishan Auto Parts Corporation Limited towards world-class performance using the ISO 9000, IATF 16949 and QE 5S. Other than that, he also has attended training in Industry 4.0 with Work and Ed as partner to Siemens of at Regensburg, Germany. So I think with that vast experience, we are all so lucky today to be here to hear his thought on the big data versus smart data for factory operations in Malaysia. I think I will touch a little bit on where we are heading, because currently there are many companies in Malaysia. To be specific, we are converting, or we are migrating ourselves from a conventional way of doing things to Industry 4.0. But there are two things that are happening here. Either we are aware about it or we don't aware. So if we aware, are we taking the right steps of moving towards Industry Forward or Industry 4.0? So under the roof of Industry 4.0, there's a lot of things that need to be done, okay, or need to be looked into. For example, the cloud computing, the system integrations, Internet of Things, simulations, robotics. And one of the important elements is looking at the big data. Okay, how we gonna operate, how we gonna take the processes or improve the processes based on the data that we are having. So today, Mr. Azhar, Encik Ahmad Azhar Wagiran will share with us on how to look into this big data and what is the fundamental of having smart data in the factory operations. So I hope today all of us can pay full attention to the presentations. And if you have any questions, you can raise up your hands, or you can just straight away write in the Q&A. So I'll try my best to convey the question or the concerns to Mr. Ahmad Azhar. All right. So without further ado, I'll pass the session to Encik Ahmad Azhar. All right. So in case there's any question, I will interrupt you. Yeah, Encik Ahmad Azhar. So Encik Azhar, can you hear me? Can you test the mic? You have to unmute the mic.
Okay.
Right. How are you doing, Encik Azhar?
Alhamdulillah, good.
Look good.
Very cheerful today.
Where are you now?
Secret area.
Okay. Okay, wherever it is, but we can still reach you here.
We still online, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, Encik Azhar, you may proceed with your content. So if there's anything, I will stop you, or I will interrupt in between. All right. So you may proceed.
Thank you. Can you see my slide?
Yeah, we can see your slide, and we can also hear you loud and clear.
All right. Okay, thank you very much to Cik Shukri, our moderator today, and also thank you to Safni Wati, MPC, for allow us to have this session. Then basically this session is, I think, should be opening eyes for many people. How this big data, the jargon word, big data and smart data. Sometimes, if the word is very big, we afraid to go in, how to use it and how to start. So thank you also. It has been introduced by Cik Shukri on my CV and everything. Then other than that, I started my journey on IR 4.0 since 2018, when my first start getting training from WorksNX in Regensburg, Germany. It's actually is a affiliate company with Siemens. They have a big plan back then. Then after that, in the same year also, we have a program with PNS, Pemadana Nasional Berhad, go around Malaysia for their IR Foundation Awareness Program, and also involved with Lembaga Pelabuhan Johor, KISMEC, ATM in 2019. Then after that, we go forward with UDIN, Advanced Kaizen Program in 2019 and 2020 with Kayaba, UMW, Aerospace at Jakarta National. Then in 2021, we have also a program with Highcom Group, Automotive, and also TVET and Kulim High-Tech. Then I also now is the VAC for this IF 4.0 program. So the objective have been mentioned by Shafni just now, is for us to understand the basic and how to start. Sometimes when the word is very big, it's very difficult how to start, where to start. So basically, first we must understand the concept related to IR 4.0 big data application toward achieving our policy, our company policy, and our vision and mission, where he stay. Then number two, to appreciate the reason and the benefit before it's too late in terms of data mining, extraction, and also how it's go to problem solving. Then this problem solving has been used in many ways. I show later how it's related. But some of the organization, they don't take care data very much. So when they don't take care data very much, that most of data that we are currently have either manually or digitalized, it not being used properly. So it's go nowhere. Then also to comprehend the element needed to ensure the effectiveness of the IR 4.0 data in our smart factory operation. So basically, what is IR 4.0? IR 4.0, this is for refreshment. Apa itu IR 4.0? Industry 4.0 is the current trend of digitalization of data and info exchange and advanced technology where everything are real-time, connected and collaborated through cyber physical system. So when we see this one, the only way, one of the way how to tell that the information, the data is real time is through the data, So the data is data is has been everywhere, then stored in cyber physical system. So it's a real time. For example, currently we use MySejahtera or Selangkah and Selangor to tell the information about our location and everything. So this one of the application used now. And under Malaysian Initiative Industry Forward, we have 11 pillars. The original IR 4.0, we have only 9 pillars, but Malaysia add another 2 pillars. So this big data is playing very important role in the IR 4.0 program and activities. So we can see here how it's related to each other, from the Internet of Things, autonomous robot application, system integration, of course, cyber security, cloud computing, and also artificial intelligence. So it related, and one more is a simulation. It's interrelated and controlled by big data. So big data is the biggest chunk in the pillars. So very important area for the application of IR 4.0 in our facility. But yet, to go inside this requirement, we have to change our mindset. How important? You can see a lot of company now has been closed. For example, Nokia, they don't follow the trend. then it dies. Just not just like that, but of course, very in tragic manner. They don't realize that how important to change their mind. We must change from our mindset, from our desire to the skill, effort, and the setback, the way how to handle feedback, and also the way we go to the talented peers, with who we should work together now. Dengan siapa? Dengan siapa? Mungkin last time kita ada banyak dalam kilang. You bayangkan dalam kilang kita ada banyak factory workers. Kita ada QC, kita ada logistic people, kita ada quality assurance people, kita ada maintenance. We have maintenance people inside our factory. But with this IR 4.0, all these people, all this staff seem to us no longer important, no longer required. So we can have very specific factory. No more QC, no more QA, no more. It's already been automatically handle all the program and everything. So meaning you must have a new team. For example, the data scientists, the data engineers, and data technician who will handle the operation by now. Jadi semua kena berubah, semua kena berubah. Jadi no longer we don't see, we no longer will see more people inside a factory. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Does it mean those who are in the factory without the Industry 4.0 substance and knowledge, they will not be relevant in future? Does that mean that?
Well, actually, the other way we have to upgrade them. Kita kena upgrade their skill and capability, and of course it will take time. And not it depends on the company how fast they change. So the future will be like that. I will show you just now one video how the operation is very smooth, without the QC, without all the manual things inside the operation, but they can run very smoothly. It's because of the changes. The technology is shifting. From here we can see how the thing has changed. Dulu kita ada kaset, banyak kaset. Then sekarang it has been changed with Spotify. Then we have CD, movie, for bigger volume of storage. But now we have Netflix and Netflix. Then of course last time we used to have a helicopter and this brief cameraman to take aerial pictures and photos and everything. But now we have drone. Then everything is changed now. Jadi berubah. Jadi bermakna all these people who involved with this operation have to change they have to change also their direction and everything. Why we do need to adopt this to this industry forward? One is about efficiency. Efficiency, when we talk about efficiency, is about input and output and the cost of people and everything. Then of course we understand also the people, human, we have a lot of weaknesses and everything. Kalau robot tak MC tapi people boleh MC anytime. Then of course the productivity will support the productivity. The operation can run 24 hours without stop with this IR 4.0 adoption. Then of course technology conversion, meaning from our handphone also we can know how this technology handphone can cater a lot of things. Macam-macam dalam kita punya handphone. From sensors, temperature, video, internet, and everything. So it become very flexible in terms of technology. And also it's mega trend. Mega trend meaning if you don't follow, then you will left behind. Then workforce sustainability, where the people maybe have to find another way, have to be replaced by technology, and also work satisfaction. So all this reason, the why we have to adopt this IR 4.0. Then why do need Industry 4.0 and big data? The basic thing basically most of the works yang ada dalam our industry, dalam kilang kita is repetitive. Lagi kalau kita ada mass production, is repetitive, is repeated all the time. The same activity. We can tell the workers do the same thing, and also we can tell they go to toilet, they go to makan, everything semua benda yang sama everyday. Boleh kata kecuali kita ada some activity to improve, training program was one. Then also number two is the based on rule. Based on rule basically is depend on what you want. Apa kita nak factory kita buat. So we program ikut follow to our requirement. We are the designer, we are the user. We can tell our data scientist or data engineer to follow whatever we want. And so it's very based on our requirement. Number three is involve limited or well-defined physicality, meaning everything is structured. Once we have the smart factory, everything is structured. We structured with the system, with the program, with the safety element, and everything is structured. So we have no longer have difficulty to control human and thing that we don't expect to be happen. So it's come back to what is your vision and mission? What is your direction? What is your direction? The vision and mission in the future. For example, 5 years, coming 5 years, ataupun next 10 years, apakah direction kita? Jadi from that policy direction, we have to put in mind and make it happen so that we can survive, we can stay alive. Jadi daripada situ kita tahu apakah supported by our business plan. We should do some analysis, for example, SWOT analysis, and we must tighten our shared value. Value no longer the same. Kalau dulu kita ada teamwork, kita ada kasih sayang, kita ada something yang lembut lah with human. But now the shared value has been to change. Dia kena cepat, kena berani, kena smart. The shared value also have to change. Then we have to start engage with the improvement program. Maybe kalau siapa yang belum start anything, we can start with the simple one. Contoh with MPC, we have 5S, activity, ICC, Lean, TPN. Then we can go higher further with Six Sigma and IR 4.0. Then we can start going to the vision, what we're going to. Jadi kita tak adalah tertinggal jauh sangat daripada apa yang kita buat, dan what is the technology is coming in. Okay, this is the vision mission. And also, as we know, data collection, data is everywhere. Everywhere. When we want to solve problem, data is number one. Either in 7GC tool, the old one or the new one, all is about data. When you want to define issue, then it's required data. Then if you want to do the analysis, it's required data. Then you have to improve, of course, required data. Then when you want to do evaluation, it's required data. Then in fact, when you want to see the result also require data. So data is very important. Then data should come from the first of the process. Nowadays, data kita collect by manual. Kita ambil benda caliper, check. Lepas tu kita put in manual dalam kertas, check sheet and everything. Dalam 7GC tools, the old one, we have to have QC check sheet. Manual by paper. But doing it now, dah tak perlu dah. Kita dah tak perlu. It can be stopped. You gonna Google Form pun boleh cover. Sama macam sekarang ni kita punya data on our location can be traced through the application of MySejahtera, and its data very important data for our national. Now, our national all over the world is using the same system. So when you want to improve, you need to see data. Jadi biasalah saya as a consultant or trainer, saya tengok, I see many of the CEO, the top management, they care less about data, how data is important to the operation for the improvement program. So from ISO 9000 to 14000 to business excellence, TQM, Lean, Six Sigma, and IF, all is about data. Because it's basically it's the problem solving tool. So from here we can move forward. Then what is our guru say? QC guru say, Mr. W. Edward Deming say, without data you just another person with opinion. Your opinion can be taken or not. So if you have a weak opinion, they don't take your opinion. But if you have a data to support your opinion, it can be very strong. It can change everything. So that's how important is data in our operation. So we'll end the first session. Then objective number 2, basically how to this data has been extracted, integrated, and how this has been developed, like mining has been developed, and become a problem-solving tool. So basically, data comes from many sources. When we imagine big data, what we imagine is the web data. Facebook data, Google data, data from Skype, from Twitter, from Yahoo and everything. This is what we imagine as data. But actually data can be many other sources. For example, the state and national data. You can some of information kita boleh extract. You can extract from the website. The information, the what is the national status, apakah direction kita, what is the figures and everything, itu boleh dapat. But national, the good example is the MySejahtera lah. MySejahtera is a very huge data by now. Everybody is going everywhere. They scan the barcode. The data is go to the servers, to the cloud. Or the financial data. This financial data can be also from the internet, also can be from internet or from manual, from the book and everything. Logistic data, we can see how now the logistic activity has been very everywhere is logistic. You can see Lalamove, we can see GrabFood, we can see all the logistic activity. It's become a main business by now. So the last one is the sensor data. This the sensor data is the one that we're going to talk about today. Because sensor data is the one that we want to set in our operation to see what happened, to be exact, and this data will be accumulated, accumulate during the mining activity and extracting activity. So it's will be very specific to our requirement. How big is big? How big is big data? Right now at 40 zettabyte, it is about the amount of data stored when every person in this world use 25 smartphone. Sekarang kita ada 20 zettabyte. Then 1 zettabyte equal to 100 exponential by 12 gigabyte. Then equal to you tengoklah 12 zero there. Then from here 1 zettabyte is as this big, and 1000 gig. Our handphone only have maybe 100 gig or 500 gig. 1000 gig is this small, very small, and 1000 gig equal to 1 terabyte. 1000 terabyte equal to 1 petabyte, and 1 million terabyte equal to 1 exabyte. Then 1 billion terabyte equal to 1 zettabyte. It's very big now. It's everywhere. Like you are bernapas dalam data. That's how big is the data, and it's keep increasing. They keep increasing the data. Kat sini kita tengok by 2000 kita tengok dalam 2020 dalam 45 zettabyte. But by 2025, very soon 2025, 3-4 tahun ni lagi, it jump to 175 zettabyte. So how big is the data? And data is keep flowing to the server, everything. So how important is data is? How important data is? That how the system should work. Last time is work in linear pattern. Linear pattern tu maksudnya one way. We develop thing, we make, lepas tu kita check quality sensing, lepas tu kita buat planning, source, then kita do delivery. It's basically one way. This one way kadang-kadang ambil 3-4 hari to come to arrive to the destination. So very lengthy. Last time kita jadi QC, saya pun jadi QC, ada 7 hari to solve the problem. But now today happen, today you have to solve the problem. How is work? It's very dynamic. Multi-directional communication. Kita tengok kat sini. Bila kita start plan, actually everybody know already. Everybody in the team knows already. The big chunk, the big of them, dia tahu. Daripada plan sampai ke delivery. In fact, our delivery man pun tahu kita sudah buat the plan and everything. And go here and there. Is go two ways. For example, we see our WhatsApp group. When we tell that we want to plan to do something, we send to the group, and the group will respond immediately. Some of them will respond. Some of them will silent lah. Tapi actually activity is very fast. So it's no longer in a linear way, one way. It's two ways. So the data is very Satu lagi contoh kita tengok dalam kita punya MySejahtera. We send, immediately they reply. The system reply to us. So how is the data has been transferred very fast, dynamic and multi-direction communication. That's how the system works. Then if we stay the old style, we stay with the old style, then this one kita tak boleh tolong lah. Yeah. Then is grow quantity of data in terms of social media, behavior video and everything is grow. Quickening speed of data dalam smart meter, process monitoring and everything, very quick, very fast. Then increase in type of data, for example apps, unstructured data and everything. So it grow in many ways, in 3 ways, multi ways. So we cannot stop this activity. It happen automatically. Sama macam pokok yang tumbuh lah kan, mana kita boleh control pokok sana tumbuh, rumput yang tumbuh kan, very fast. So this is a trend and pattern that everybody must understand. If fast and it goes very fast. Then big data, how big data analytics work? Industry for will see the data generated and stored, soon multiply. Then dia akan store, dia akan multiply. Once we extract from the data, from the census data, everything, we extract the data. Then we integrate the data in one server. Then they start computing, make analysis and everything. Then it start mining into the area that you want to. Then the data information start working. Then from here we can start visualize the result and everything, and should be supported by policy and privacy and security. This information comes from online city, smart city, health application, finance risk and management, and or genetic farm. The data is coming in, extract, integrated, communicate, compute and manage, and mining, then visualize into one to the pattern or to the graphic that you want. So what we want, if we can do all, of course we can do, but if what we want is to visualize the actual operation has happened in our operation. So you must tell what you want. Let the others do the activity. Artificial big data and smart data in terms of artificial intelligence is increasing use in business application and dealing with data from big data and the IoT. Most of the data out there is unstructured, and only with artificial intelligence and analysis can unstructured data be transformed into smart data and actionable data. So this area we might need data scientists, we might need data engineers and data technicians to involve with. So you can see how the from the extraction to the visualization of activity. Then that is basically it's a complex processes, but we don't have to know everything. We have to tell the data scientists, data engineers what we want. Put inside the program or the application what you want, or the what we call as a graphic UI, the user interface. What is the design, the KPI you want to see, and then so that we can make a decision, on our operation. From the big data, analytic, then to a decision. Then this decision, the one that we require most. Okay, this is the comparison between the structured and unstructured. Jadi you can see lah, structured data can be displayed in row, column, and rational database. Tapi unstructured it cannot be displayed. You cannot see. Structured data can see in terms of number, date, and string. You can rearrange. Unstructured data is term of image, video, audio, word processing file, and everything. Structured data can estimate, can give a percentage information. But the unstructured data is basically only estimate 80% of data. Then structured data also require less storage. You imagine how the unstructured data need more storage, and of course, structured data is easy to manage and protected with legacy solution. We have the security to manage this data. So we should go toward the structured data. Then from this data, it can be go to descriptive data information, become information what happened. Then and the next step will be diagnostic, why it happened, mengapa ia berlaku. Then the later is descriptive, predictive, what will happen, Then the last one, prescriptive, what should I do? Then become a decision by now. Decision, some other decisions on support, on decision automation. Then we can do action. So this one data, and this should be done by computer. Then will be the human input. Then we make a decision. That's how the descriptive area is. Human input is longer, it's more. And then we should go further to the prescriptive activity. Then start and then go to action. That's how it's works. Okay, let's see. Under normal circumstances, data is everywhere. In our operation data, when we go to value stream mapping, this is a normal method we use in lean improvement activity. We can see the data is everywhere. Maksudnya from customer order will go to scheduling, MRP, then go to purchase, then purchase order, supply, then supplier, then from supplier kita ada inspector, receiving inspector, then the processor, the process should come out with all the data. Then go the shipping and then to delivery. Is every activity content of data. Jadi is maksudnya data is very important. So under normal punya manual punya activity, of course dekat ordering ni kita kena key in data guna Excel. Kalau that day our kerani MC nobody will key in. Then is a lab. Then during the scheduling and RP and everything, also we have to put in Excel also. Then purchase activity is manual, and when the part coming inside, of course the supplier also maybe mostly manual lah. They don't, sometimes they not even collect the data. They don't care the data. They want on the part, supply part. Then come to the inspection. Inspection also manual. kat sini kita banyak ada QC, incoming QC, dan kita ada process QC, WIP process QC, then pre-delivery QC, then of course the logistic. So kita boleh bayangkan how many people kita ni. Tapi with this big data and also IoT punya application, we can reduce and improve the productivity and efficiency. I will show in this video. Let's see this video. This video is has been a video in 2006, but biasalah German, they are advanced. I think by 20 years. So let's see how they produce their product with less people.
Into a show called Mega World and not mention the most popular car company in all of Europe. Of course, I'm talking about Volkswagen, makers
video saya dengar.
Yes, we can hear clear.
Okay.
This beauty, the original Volkswagen Bug. Oh, what a timeless classic. You know, the company continues to make waves in the automotive industry by taking our idea of what a car factory should be and turning it upside down, or maybe I should say inside out. Paul and Brigitte Vitalios could be entering Germany's newest art gallery. Or maybe it's a concert hall. Or a really upscale hotel. Well, think again. They're here to buy a car.
Ja, wir sind nämlich in einem Fertiglager.
They've come to one of the most innovative manufacturing facilities in the world. It's in the heart of downtown Dresden, a city best known for its historic buildings. But that's changing thanks to Volkswagen's new transparent factory.
As the name Transparent Factory says, it's transparent. You can see everything here in the Transparent Factory.
Part assembly plant, part museum, it's the only factory in the world where you can peer through glass walls and see cars being made right before your eyes. Instead of concrete, the floors are Canadian maple. All the way to Germany. Car called the Phaeton, parking beside one specific car.
Traffic, pollution, and noise.
Look, there's glass, and more glass. It's all meant to symbolize the high-quality, high-end vehicle they produce here, a luxury car called the Phaeton. But selling the people of Dresden on the idea of a downtown factory required some creative thinking.
So they expected like big traffic, pollution and noise. And what we now have is a very quiet place and with almost no traffic because all our parts we're getting with a cargo tram.
The VW cargo trams share streetcar tracks with the city's public transit vehicles. They deliver auto parts directly to the factory. Inside, the parts are sorted into containers. A robotic sled then drives each container through the assembly hall, up and down elevators, finally parking beside one specific car body. The robots find their way with the help of a special magnetic guidance system.
So this driverless transportation system is orientated by over 60,000 magnets embedded in the floor like a road map.
With the correct parts at hand, the assembly team's set to work. And while they work, they're gently put into motion. The entire production line sits on a wide conveyor belt built into the floor. It moves ever so slowly in a big loop around the factory. The floor also delivers power for tools and computer systems.
This portable workstation is getting the energy by induction from the floor, and it runs this computer system. So this computer tracks every screw for safety relevant systems like the airbag system.
These intelligent tools actually register when a specific bolt or screw is fitted. That way, the computer knows when each car is ready for the next assembly stage.
One screw is missing, and then the this car's ready.
All information about the car
The cars
is
begin a
stored
second tour of the
in
factory, this time
in the server,
suspended from on
in the
high.
computer.
And the suspended conveyor
Then
is a
they're
system
ready
which
for
was developed
quick
with the
operation.
University of Dresden.
Wah. Sorry.
All the way to Germany. It's sort of like
And the suspended conveyor is a system which was developed with the University of Dresden to move the cars and, of course, to get the cars in different positions. So we can change the angles and the height of the cars for each worker to have the best position for him to do his working steps individually on his car.
With the electric car lifter, I can adjust it so I can work at any angle. For example, I can work underneath the floor panel here to do things like plug in these air hoses.
the chassis seem to float overhead, as if performing some sort of bizarre automotive ballet. To enjoy the show, tourists are invited right into the assembly area.
When I came here, joining this, working here in the Transparent factory, whatever I did was visible for everybody. But you get used to this. It's kind of 2-3 weeks and it's kind of normal.
Customers get the best view of all right on the production line. Paul and Brigitte are here to see the most crucial stage. A robotic sled moves the drivetrain into position. It then gets bolted to the chassis. It's sort of like some James Bond version of the future come to life. Some customers go even further and actually help build their new ride.
One time I had some women from Saudi Arabia, and they were really like doing all the screws, and they didn't want to stop.
At the end of the line, the newly minted Phaetons go through a series of quality control checks.
Here we are now in the final check. This is a light tunnel. Here we are checking the lacquer, and we are checking for scratches and for small imperfections. And you see here we have different lights. We want to simulate with this light, every light, what you find also in nature.
After a final buff and polish, it's off to the storage silo, yet another unique feature of the Transparent factory. Each new car will wait here for its new owner. Unless, of course, the new owner is already waiting for his or her new Phaeton. In that case, there's only one thing left to do. Okay, I know what you're thinking. They didn't...
Okay, come back to this slide. Jadi kita tengok dia punya operation start from the ordering. Customer tu masuk, dia macam masuk dalam mall nak beli barang, customer masuk. Then the order everything, then they can choose. Then of course automatically the schedule start. Then if now maybe take 30 days for us to get our car, but now by afternoon the customer can get their cars. Then all this activity kita tak nampak sangat dia punya process inspection, kita punya supplier everything, delivery and everything semua is done by the system. In fact, the process, and then how we can see less people inside, and of course under the only the value added. This how we do the improvement program to replicate. Jadi maksudnya ke sini when we want to start with this IR 4.0. With this data addition, actually we have two segments. Satu IR 4.0 activity to collect data. How important is data? Because the data is real time, it's right, it's a good data, dan data yang ada yang akan dapat oleh this IR 4.0 punya application, dia tak ada tipu-tipunya. Ini maksud saya. Saya minta maaf lah. Maksudnya kita punya orang, kita punya staff kita tak boleh nak celok. data is real time. Data masuk automatik. Jadi daripada situ barulah kita boleh buat improvement. Then the next step of lean punya activity. After you get data from II.0 punya application, then you can start the improvement activity with the real data, with the real time data. Tak ada data yang manipulated, bahasa dia manipulated, sorry. Jadi cuma sometimes, ialah biasalah kita punya managers ataupun engineers, dia nak please, sometimes dia tukar data information can be changed. Tapi dalam IR 4.0 application, data cannot be changed. This must be real. Then we can directly go which area yang kita nak improve. So kalau kita kata we nak improve dekat area of scheduling, then we can go get information from here, or from the supplier, or from the receiving. Kita boleh guna computer aided inspection here. We don't have to need one workers here. Then of course assembly lah. Assembly can be later. So the investment or assembly also is must tally with your data collected from IR 4.0 application. Then the improved activity will be toward IR 4.0. Toward the robotic, toward the IoT and everything. So from here we start. Basically, we will use the same method. We use value stream mapping. We go study where the issue is. We put the team, effort and everything, and we start collecting data. We implement the data IR 4.0 data collection, the mining activity. So where we should put that will be the question. So we must start from here to improve our area. First, the data collection method. Number two, this is what is the improvement required. So whatever improvement which you are going to do is will be very very precise. Dia tak ada silap, tak ada silap. Kita buat Pareto diagram pun tak Pareto diagram yang betul. Kita looking for issue pun issue yang betul. Jadi that's how important the data. Tapi kalau sekarang data manually, a lot of weaknesses dalam manual punya collection of data. Okay. So that's how it should work lah. Maksudnya macam mana kita nak start our improvement program. So from here we can start look for the improvement, how it's connected to each other, and how the IoT activity can be done. Okay, how the system integration related to big data. Jadi different computer will communicate through a network of software or application that will facilitate communication and data transmission. Ini kalau kita gunakan SAP, MES, ataupun contoh accounting system. Dekat sini, this how the information, the layer, the hierarchy level will look like. This is what we call is sebagai system integration, vertical and horizontal, and all related, intercommunicated with data, information, and everything. Okay, so this will be the system. Then this under computer integrated manufacturing system, CIM. This how it look from ERP, enterprise resource planning, to MRP, material requirement planning. Then from here we can get information from customer. Then at the same time we have information is immediately linked to each other, to the supplier. Then the MES, management execution system. Then MES and also the PLC and everything. The instruction, everything go to the production line. Then go to the robot, the Hanadashi, something like Okayoke, the Andon conveyor. When you need to stop, you stop. Then the conveyor, when you stop, the system will ask to stop. And also of course there are MRP is supported by CAD, computer aided design, manufacturing, and also computer aided inspection. Then NC process is linked together, and data process. So this how is linked to each other, and the ERP will be the planning, enterprise planning source, and horizontally and vertically. Okay. Why is we need the sensors? Why is sensor is important? Kita sebagai human, we have only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 by eyes, touch, you can taste, smell, and hear. Tapi dalam bentuk sensor, we have a lot of type of sensor, dan by now we have already developed more sensor. At our handphone itself, kita ada so many things. Kita ada temperature, ada pressure sensor, finger sensor, magnetometer, gyroscope, touch sensor, humidity sensor, accelerometer, GPS sensor, same as image sensor, light sensor, ambient sensor, and proximity sensor is in our handphone. Meaning this new technology can give us a lot of information. If we depend on our own sensing ability, maybe we cannot go further. Only 5 elements we can sense. But with this current technology, you can sense a lot of things in operation. This is how the smart operation automation added information to conventional automation. Then, for example, building automation, operation security, refrigeration, air conditioner, controlled by DCC, direct digital control. Kat sini contoh macam sensor, flow, temperature, pressure, vision sensor, everything. Ataupun kita guna actuator, kita ada valve, kita ada motor elektrik. Kalau proses automation dalam ketua plan, dalam ketua production plan, batch plan, chemical, oil plan, and oil food. This one we call control system is distribution control system. We have sensor, flow, temperature, pressure, and also we have valve as actuator and motor sensor. And also the manufacturing environment where the process, we do the processing, assembly, oil, plastic, metal. We have MES and also PLC, programmable logic control, and we have sensors, limit switch, pressure, vision sensor, actuator, robot, automated guided vehicle, conveyors, and device also NC machine, and link to each other. So we may not know all these things. Kita kadang daripada finance kan, mana kita tahu semua ni kan. Tapi the question, adakah kita perlu tahu all these sensors? Kita tak perlu tahu. What we need is our vision. Apa yang kita nak? What we want to see? What we want to see the result every month. Itu yang penting. Then all this difficult activity we have to pass to our consultant, to the consultant to do the programming, the graphic user interface, the how to monitor and everything. But we must know how the system works. Cik Shukri, setakat ni ada soalan lagi ke, Cik Shukri?
Ada one question, if you are willing to answer now.
Okay.
Because, okay, or you want to wait at the end of the presentations?
Okay, kalau you can wait, we can wait lah. I want to continue, kan?
Yeah, maybe we because some of the questions are the same, but I can summarize it all. Yeah.
Okay. So so it's a link. This big data is communicated, become Internet of Things. Then it's enhanced by this artificial intelligence. Then it become a smart building. We can create a smart building, smart factories, smart home, smart energy, smart infrastructure, and smart healthcare. In fact, as simple as smart perangkap tikus. Smart perangkap tikus pun boleh. Dia juga smart toilet management, as simple as that. Jadi we may not start with the big one. We may start portion by portion. Tengok budget lah, tengok budget. Kalau kita ada budget besar, okay lah. Then if we can get support from the government, we can make a big smart factory for our operation. But the information, the detail must come from your side. What you want, how you want, and we must gather all our staff, our workers, our engineers, everything to see and start doing something toward this smart factory activity. Then of course we will propose to you either you use lean methodology, or now we have advanced Kaizen activity, sama macam lean lah. We use a team by team, and we start manipulate the workers, the staff, the engineers, everything to start thinking about your vision. 5 tahun lepas ni apa nak jadi. Kalau you tak go to this smart punya facilities, then you will left behind. Then by then also we are upgrading their capability through training, through new skill enhancement and everything. So it goes parallel. So nobody left behind. And also it will cover the maintenance asset management, ISO requirement, ISO 55001 and 2. And this is basically a standard management, maintenance management, asset management. It should cover. It should cover the life cycle and everything. So once you have the IR 4.0 management, then it cover inside this ISO standard as a asset management also. Then also this IR for the data can be used also as a maintenance strategy, using cloud-based and Internet of Things, and with, for example, predictive maintenance, PDM. So this one is to predict what will happen. In terms of temperature, vibration, pressure, and everything is controlled by one monitoring monitor. So it will give a good impact. So you can have a less maintenance workers, less monitoring activity, and in fact it reduce the risk. We improve the safety because we can predict the activity, the facilities maintenance. Then also conditional based maintenance, CBM, is maintained such that monitor real-time condition of an asset to determine what maintenance need to be performed. So you will have your GOI to monitor what to see. Last time we used to do this control plan to monitor the fluctuation of the product. Satu-satu kita check. Bila keluar 10 kita check satu. Bila keluar 10 semua guna guna tu tulis dekat board. Itu perlu, paling tidak you perlukan paling tidak satu orang to do the control plan untuk production dan juga of course untuk maintenance. Tapi kita tak perlukan lagi with this system. So we can reduce, we can upgrade these people to other activity, to other plan and everything. But the upgrading the career path must be arranged lah. And also reliable centered maintenance RCM. This one to monitor more area, more place, so that you can monitor bigger area. Then also number 5 is preventive maintenance and predictive maintenance function. Dekat sini kita boleh tengok the repair cost, the maintenance cost, the fluctuation, everything to see. Dan using the data also they can tell bila kita nak start repair, bila kita nak start. Ini sekarang ni kita main agak-agak bila mau raya kan. Oh, kita boleh buat plant shutdown. Tapi kita pun tak tahu okey tak okey. Nak raya pasal cuti lama plant shutdown. Tapi does this timing okey tak okey? Ini yang kita kena faham. So with this data information dengan all the UI dengan monitoring system and everything will tell exactly. Kita tak adalah membazir a lot of things. Jadi it's good in maintenance activity. Okay, then it can give cost impact analysis. How it can also reduce our total operation. Cost reduction, which area, the optimum area in terms of cost and on our failure, operation failure. IoT save money by lowering overall maintenance cost using predictive maintenance principle, increasing worker safety during training and repair. This training repair ni kita boleh guna augmented reality, kita boleh guna this Google and everything. The trainer can be outside there, and also during the training activity maybe kita ada welding ke activity tak ada asap pun. Pasal apa kita guna this augmented reality punya facilities? So meaning we are upgrading the program, the training program and everything. Increase the workers' safety during training and repair. Bridge the gap between floor workers and executive. Then identifying the resolving bottleneck in production as well as offering insight, the detail and everything. Jadi we can see detail macam doktor lah, doktor boleh tahu, dia check badan kita kan, panas badan, demam ke apa, sama juga macam ni kita boleh tahu the situation of our operation, this machine, all detail of machine. Okay, then from here we can improve the cost, quality, cost, delivery and safety using the 4M element machine improvement management. Then we can reduce risk, we can create trust among us and improve the quality, then rising productivity using this ORIR formula, all the data and everything. And of course the quality cost will be better. Then if last time we doing thing right, but now we doing the right thing, these are two different principles. So we must do the right thing by now, or otherwise will affect our total operation. Then of course the benefit to the industry, big data will be more smart. Smart will increase our revenue, more accurate, better in quality and product. Can be predictive, improve our decision making, and efficient, better customer satisfaction, adding quality on quality, and also increase the productivity. That's how the relationship between the IoT, big data, IoT, and also the artificial intelligence. Then improve the management. The decision makers are often trapped in tradition, linear thinking, and sometimes fail to think strategically. So all this data must be decided what to do. Some information need fast decision. Once you have all this data, you can start delegating the information to others. Decentralize the decision and hilang pening. Then you make everybody happy. The lean, the mudah muri is covered by this IoT and also this data collection system, because we have the information. Then you can delegate decentralized decision to others. Okay. Then the effective data is a paperless. Paperless, element non-value added works, accurate. The more important is accurate. Kita duduk kat kilang, kita tahulah. Kita tahu macam mana kita punya engineers, kita punya managers kadang-kadang dia manipulate. They want to please us with their good result. But later the report is not accurate. And then we decide to other thing. Also it's real time. Real time meaning if you don't do, you don't do lah. Tapi kalau you taruh juga mana boleh, pasal it's real time data. Then of course mobility, you can see from outside the result and everything. The data information, you can put inside the handphone, desktop, inside your notebook and everything. No longer you have to present inside the meeting room. Normally we do morning market. We have all this paper, all the report and everything. No need, it's no longer required. Only one piece of computer or handphone, you can click all information you want. Then the role, of course, to implement this thing, we have to change. We change the mindset, the people also. So you must have a data science professional, collect accurate data, write program to automate data science tasks. Then you can get more accurate, clean, better data information, and you can make better prediction and machine learning using machine learning model to do analyze and everything. So big data analytics using large and different type of data to uncover hidden pattern, correlation, and other insight. Basically, big data analytics is largely used by companies to facilitate their growth and development. This growth and development, this majorly involve applying various data, mining algorithm, and on the given set of data, which will then aid them in better decision making. So in between the data, the operation, the data, and our decision, there is one group of people should do the work. If we don't have the DEX expertise, we must hire, or you must invite a consultant to do the job. Data scientist and professional. Okay, for example, the new role and responsibility. Data scientists basically, they are the one, also known as data manager and statistic. They do mathematics, static programming, and domain knowledge. Normally they use SQL, Python, and R. Or you also need data engineers, and they do the admin, programming, database, and big data technology. And data analysis, this one is to do the analysis, communication, and problem solving mindset. This one can be Excel also, no problem. Tableau or SQL. So meaning we somehow need a set of people to this big data requirement program. Or you can also upgrade your current people. No problem. To the analysis, predictive, and prescriptive action, so that you can get the better result and function. So meaning everything must change. The process must change. The people must change, and also the value must change. The value in terms of speed, in terms of accuracy, and everything. You cannot stay with the old and manual system. Okay, then from here we can do more better improvement. We can get a better report from our actual activity with complete information inside. Any segment, any area you can click, just at your fingertip. So then this continuous improvement can be better. So I think I should end at this area. If any of you have any question on this second issue, I return back to Shukri.
Okay, thank you, Cik Azhar. I think you have been given a very comprehensive flow of how to deal with this big data and smart data. And because of that, also there are many participants asking for your slides. So are you willing to share the slides later on?
Okay, no problem, Shukri.
Okay, all right. So later we will get the files and we will email to the participant because we got the email address. Okay. All right. There are a few questions here, but some of it repeated, but I will. So first we have Mr. Jayasri Satasivam. You raise up your hand. So do you have any questions to ask? Mr. Jayasri Satasivam, I can allow you to speak if there's any live question you want to ask. Okay. Yes, Mr. Jayasri.
Dia tak on, dia punya tu kot, speaker.
Okay, sorry. Mr. Jayasri has already asked a question here. So the question from him is what language is being used for data mining?
Okay, for data mining, it can vary. It can vary.
Yes.
Okay. I have the information on the slide. Okay, answer later on this one, but not in this slide. But this data mining can a few languages can be used. But I give the information later.
Okay. While waiting for that, Jalha, there's another question here.
Okay.
How is big data analysis helpful in increasing the business revenue?
Again?
How this big data analysis helpful in increasing business revenue?
Okay, this data basically important for us to make a decision. What is action? What happened was normally when we give no good data, wrong data, of course the decision will be not right. In our lean program, we must make sure the title, the topic for the improvement must be right. Macam contohnya macam dalam soalan SPM, you salah tajuk, then everything gone lah. Maksudnya you tak dapat markah. Jadi to get the right tajuk dalam any improvement activity, we must have a good data, right data, real-time data, and also accurate data. So this data we must extract from our operation. We must extract from our operation. Then barulah kita boleh go to the action plan, the right action plan. Without the good data and the right data, it won't give good action plan. Jadi meaning the data must be right and accurate.
Okay, right. Thanks for the answer. Okay, there are few questions that is very related. Okay, the first one. How big is the cost to do this big data? I mean, how much they need to reserve from the revenue or from the profit to do this big data? And from your experience, how long the ROI would be? Because the perception is always it's a big money. I mean, they need to invest. They have to park some capital to reinvent the system of this big data. So maybe you can clear the cloud on this.
Okay, it's depend on how soon, how fast, and what is your program, your vision, how fast. Do you want to make it within 5 years, 3 years, or 1 year? It depends. That's why in our program, normally we do with MPC, we have what we call advanced Kaizen. This advanced Kaizen, normally we get from the lean approach, where the improvement is come from the study of the value stream mapping, which area will affect your operation. So the investment it depends on the outcome of the study analysis. So the improvement of data collection, the action plan will be depend on our budget and our program. If we have big budget, we can make a very big improvement program on this data. But if we don't have, that's why we prefer to have this. For example, this advanced Kaizen is more Japanese, but IR40 more on Japanese technology.
Okay.
This German technology is very, is of course they want to change everything. But under Kaizen or Lean, we will use the combination of human and machine and facilities what we have. Then we will go depend on our requirement and our capability.
Okay, Jasa. Okay. Suddenly there are so many more questions coming in here. Okay, Jasa, can you bear with us another 2 or 3 questions?
Sure.
All right. Okay, if the company is currently practicing the 5S, the lean management, and at the same time they are having this ERP system, from your experience, how could these two integrate and apply to the current production line? Is it possible, or you need to do some integration in between?
Yeah, of course, yes. And this lean and 5S only the tool, only the improvement tool. At the end of the day, we want to improve the overall operation. Then ERP system is something that we have to improve the content and everything. The content, also the vertical and horizontal capability. So from the lean, you can identify what the requirement. And of course, the Lean and 5S, basically we are combining the human and machine facilities. Meaning and the Lean system, kita akan group the workers, everything, so that they can participate to improve the ERP capability. So of course it can apply.
Okay. Jaza, is it possible for the company that do not have a Lean system or Lean process yet to venture into big data? I mean, how possible is that?
Yeah, kan possible, tapi expensive lah.
Okay.
Maksudnya you call consultant outside, the consultant, they have their data scientist, they have data manager. You just tell what you want. You are the user. You must know what you want, and you tell them what to do, then they will do. That's not this very fast way lah. But maybe not cheap lah, not cheap. Rather than we use our own insight, using Kaizen, Lean, and everything, advanced Kaizen, we can improve bit by bit. It depends on our financial capability.
Okay, all right. Another questions. Is there any particular template or platform or software, etc., to tabulate or collect data at the production level? Maybe any software that you can name it that they can start to collect the data at the production level.
Yeah, it depends on your operation. Yeah, it can. There is template, but later is have to be if to tailor to your production. What type of your production is this? Stem press machine, plastic injection, or CNC? It has to be tailored to your machine. Of course, there is the standard template for that, but it needs to be linked to your machine and your operation.
Okay, Cik Azhar, which one should come first? Data management or the automations?
Oh, data management first.
The rationale?
Yeah, data management first. Because you must get data. Okay, in my slide here, we must have the good data so that we don't do mistake. We must have information, everything, so that we can go to other improvement later with the data. So actually data collection is also one of IR 4.0 program. So from there you can do better decision making. You don't do decision based on hearsay or from what you see outside. What is actually your requirement, you have spell it. Jadi meaning kalau you have to put some sensor in your machine, on your operation side, on your QC inspection, on your account system, then you have to take the data from there first. Then you do improvement.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that answer. Just another question asking about the right people, right machine to start. I think Jaza already mentioned just now. You may start the big data collection without having right people and right machines, but it got to be expensive. All right. So I answered it on behalf. Okay, we have another two questions. The last one, Jaza, bear with us. Okay. Okay, I make it general. If you are a small factory, about 20 to 30 workers, staff, how do I act in a proper way to do the right things, especially a small factory oriented? So where should we start what we should do. I mean, if you can name three steps or three actions where we should start in order for us to pursue the big data. We are just a small factory.
Okay, like I said just now, actually we can start now. You can start now. In fact, the way we collect data on attendance, we can use barcode, or we can use a QR code, as simple as that. Then we go to the top using or any application on Google Form. You can start to be shared by everybody. Attendant record, for example, you can use a barcode to record the attendant and everything. As simple as that. You don't have to be with expensive thing. Then that one the simple thing lah. The second one, of course, some of the program yang MPC introduce, for contoh macam for example 5S, Lean, Kaizen, Advanced Kaizen is the simplest way for you to embark into this IR 4.0, because in this system, in this program, basically kita akan regrouping the staff and everything so that they can stay in their group, their section department, and start thinking what to improve. Kalau Lean atau Kaizen biasa mungkin kita go buat okay, simple lah. Tapi this program actually kita boleh go to IR 4.0 punya activity that related. Contoh, for example, maintenance. There is one company dia guna Google Form untuk reporting on maintenance activity, machine maintenance. So this maintenance dia guna Google Form at first. Then the manager start getting data, collect data and everything. Jadi maybe seminggu, 2 minggu data tak banyak, tapi bila dah suatu tahun ni boleh nampak how the maintenance this machine and this machine is important. Jadi dengan kita build up small group for them to think something yang advanced. I think itu you should start with that first. Then barulah kita buat benda-benda yang lebih besar lah ya. Contoh macam you want to set a new factory right? Then what is the input? What is the information you need? So that will be later stage. Tapi untuk rangka permulaan, maybe program-program macam 5S, Lean, Advanced Kaizen should be good for you. For example, for this one, dalam Lean kita akan go to value tree mapping. We go to step by step which area you ada problem dekat production ke, dekat receiving ke. Jadi once we have the problem, we will ask them to start thinking what to improve. Dalam konteks sekarang, we have to work IR 4.0 punya application lah. Daripada sini barulah kita invest whatever yang kita rasa perlu. Jadi tak adalah kita buat terus something yang besar, tapi start with small thing first with this improvement activity.
Okay, Jazza, I promise they're going to be the last questions. From your experience in doing Industry 4.0 and assistant Industry 4.0 journey in China, and you also attended a session in Germany, what do you think about the internet infrastructure in Malaysia? Does it support all this big data exercise? How consistent and how strong is the infrastructure of the internet in Malaysia in supporting this big data?
I think not big issue. It should sufficient for our needs. It depends on area anyway. Because the thing is, when we want to save the information, we go to server. Server is very huge. Server is everywhere, but only the connectivity. It depends on the location. But for me, maybe I stay inshallah. Maybe for me should be sufficient for our needs. And I think there is other ways to improve the in your contact, whichever area you have. For me, I think it should be sufficient. And we are going to 4G, and later maybe 5G.
Okay, all right. So thank you very much, Encik Azhar, for answering all the questions precisely. And I would also like to name a few participants who are actively with us today on asking questions and raising concern. Segaya Jesu Das Arumugam, and then we have Nyam Meme, Lau Nam Fong, Elisha K, Lim Kim Po, K Lim, Jayasri Satya Sivam, KY Fu, KW Fu. All right, so thank you very much for participating in this question and answer. And for the rest of the participants, thank you very much for sticking with us. All right. So I would like to take this opportunity to thanks Malaysia Property Corporation for allowing us to be here and share our thought to the participants today and to the to Malaysians overall, because we also go live in MPC Facebook. And I would like to also dedicate the appreciation to Puan Safiwati for allowing us to be here, and then to the backbone of these sessions, Puan Nolena Mahmud, thanks again for coordinating this session. So, Encik Ahmad Azhar, any last words from you before we end the sessions?
Okay, thank you, Shukri. For the last, I would say that don't put too hard on this IR40. Make it simple. Start with something simple also. Please contact MPC. I think MPC have a lot of information in ways how to adopt this IR 4.0 and big data application. I think that's it. Thank you for your attention and support.
Okay, thank you again. So for all out there, stay safe wherever you are. And for those who are staying or working in KL, happy holiday tomorrow. Congratulations to KLCC for winning the Malaysia Cup. All right, so thanks again. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Bye.
...55 tahun Perbadanan Produktiviti Malaysia MPC. Bermula pada tahun 1966, terlakarlah sejarah penubuhan Pusat Daya Pengeluaran negara yang mempunyai misi untuk meningkatkan produktiviti negara. Pada 1 Disember 1991, namanya telah ditukar ke Perbadanan Produktiviti Negara, dan pada 21 Februari 2008, ia dikenali sebagai Perbadanan Produktiviti Malaysia MPC sehinggalah ke hari ini. Sejak dari awal penubuhannya, peranan utamanya tetap sama, meningkatkan produktiviti serta daya saing Malaysia. Produktiviti bukanlah segala-galanya, tetapi dalam tempoh masa yang panjang, produktiviti merupakan segala-galanya. Itulah kenyataan ahli ekonomi Paul Krugman yang juga pemenang Nobel Prize. Pertumbuhan ekonomi yang mampan adalah mustahak untuk menjamin kemakmuran negara. Keberhasilan utama sesebuah negara adalah meningkatkan taraf dan kualiti hidup rakyatnya. Keberhasilan tersebut boleh tercapai dengan peningkatan berterusan produktiviti pekerja negara. Di awal sejarahnya, MPC berperanan melatih pekerja industri dalam meningkatkan produktiviti mereka dan organisasi. MPC telah melalui proses transformasi dengan pembangunan kapasiti dan kecemerlangan organisasi menggunakan pelbagai pendekatan produktiviti dan kualiti. Pelbagai program inovasi telah dilaksanakan seperti Team Excellence dan persekitaran berkualiti yang memberi penjimatan kos yang tinggi kepada organisasi dan seterusnya meningkatkan produktiviti enterprise secara keseluruhannya. MPC sentiasa mengaplikasikan amalan terbaik industri bertaraf dunia kepada organisasi-organisasi sektor ekonomi di Malaysia. Amalan terbaik organisasi di Malaysia dikongsikan melalui program kecemerlangan organisasi bagi memupuk budaya produktiviti yang lestari di kalangan sektor industri di Malaysia. Kini, peranannya lebih bermakna untuk terus memastikan kelestarian pertumbuhan produktiviti negara. MPC merupakan sekretariat dan penggerak utama pelbagai inisiatif pemuda yang berusaha memudahkan urusan peniaga di Malaysia. Bank Dunia menerusi laporan Ease of Doing Business telah mengiktiraf Malaysia di kedudukan nombor 12 terbaik di dunia. Pencapaian yang baik menjadi perangsang kepada pelabur dalam dan asing untuk melabur di Malaysia. Turut diberi mandat semenjak rancangan Malaysia ke-10 untuk meningkatkan kualiti peraturan dan mengurangkan bebanan peraturan yang tidak wajar ke atas peniaga. Usaha ini berjaya dilaksanakan dengan terhasilnya dasar amalan baik peraturan dan program My Mudah. Tumpuan khusus turut diberikan kepada peraturan tangkas atau Agile Regulations dalam mendepani perubahan pantas model perniagaan diakibatkan oleh perkembangan teknologi yang pesat. MPC terus menerajui perancangan dan pelaksanaan pelan tindakan produktiviti negara. 5 teras strategik utama adalah menghasilkan tenaga kerja masa hadapan, memacu pendigitalan dan inovasi, memastikan accountability industri terhadap produktiviti, membentuk ekosistem yang teguh dan menentukan mekanisme pelaksanaan yang padu. Berlandaskan 5 teras strategik tersebut, Nexus Productivity untuk 9 industri ditubuhkan di bawah seliaan Pejabat Pengurusan Penyampaian MPC. Pelbagai usaha peningkatan produktiviti telah dilaksanakan. Keunikan program Nexus Productivity adalah penyelesaian dijana oleh pihak industri untuk meningkatkan produktiviti mereka. MPC turut menggerakkan pemain industri ke arah IR 4.0 dengan memperkenalkan program My Reskill IoT untuk menyediakan pekerja masa hadapan yang berkemahiran digital. MPC turut bekerjasama dengan semua kerajaan negeri dan wilayah di Malaysia dalam menggerakkan pelbagai inisiatif negeri produktif. Program Negeri Produktif bertujuan meningkatkan produktiviti kerajaan negeri, industri dan seterusnya produktiviti negeri tersebut. Keberhasilan turut tercapai dengan peningkatan pelaburan pihak industri dan pertambahan peluang pekerjaan. Menerusi program My Digital, MPC telah berjaya menghasilkan indeks ekonomi digital negeri yang didapati berkait rapat dengan produktiviti pekerja negeri serta KDNK negeri. Terbaharu, MPC diberi mandat sekali lagi untuk menginstitusikan behavioral insights dalam penghasilan dasar awam negara serta penambahbaikan penyampaian peraturan. MPC telah mengatur perancangan 5 tahun pembangunan kompetensi penjawat awam dalam bidang ini. Kaedah behavioral insights telah berjaya meningkatkan keberkesanan dasar awam di negara-negara maju di dunia serta lebih mudah dilaksana. Tumpuan utamanya adalah ke atas tingkah laku manusia dan secara sistematik membuat keputusan berdasarkan bukti adalah baik untuk dasar awam Malaysia. Tidak ketinggalan, rakan kolaborasi antarabangsa seperti World Bank, Organisation of Economic Cooperation and Development, Asia Productivity Organisation dan Australia Productivity Commission. Pada Oktober 2021, Badan Akreditasi APO-AB telah mempersijilkan MPC sebagai badan pensijilan bagi skim Productivity Specialist. MPC terus berusaha menginovasikan dan melaksanakan pelbagai program berlandaskan amalan terbaik di dunia untuk meningkatkan produktiviti. Kemajuan dan kemakmuran Malaysia penting bagi meningkatkan kualiti hidup rakyat. Di usia 55 tahun ini, MPC akan memastikan Malaysia terus produktif dan memacu produktiviti negara.